All right, guys, this is Optimize's revenue calculator. Stay with me for just a few minutes here. We're going to enter our numbers, we're going to review targets, and we're going to compare the roadmap and the mile markers throughout the journey on your way from 50K to 100K, 200K, and beyond. This data is based on data that we've collected from shops and what we recommend to our shops when they come to us and say, hey, I want to hit 100K a month. What do I need to spend in ads in order to do that? Based on how many leads I'm already getting organically and how things are currently working. So this is the same formulas we use within our agency, and we want to share this with you, whether you're a new shop and you're trying to just get expectations on what you realistically need to spend to hit your goals, or you're an established shop that's been spending money on Google Ads and Meta Ads for a while and just want a gut check to understand if you're spending a reasonable amount to hit the goals that you're after. If at any point you have questions about this, want to hop on a call and dive deeper, just click this book a strategy call, and one of our team members would love to dive into this deeper with you. So let's get into this. So click the button tab down here at the bottom that says Revenue and Growth Calculator. You're going to see we've already got an example shop plugged in here for you that is trying to hit 50K a month. On average, each customer spends $1,400 with them. That's their average order value. And they're going to need 36 customers paying them $1,400 a piece in order to hit 50K for the month. They already get 10 leads organically, and they're going to need an additional 110 leads from Meta Ads and Google Ads if they're going to close 36 jobs, because they're going to need a total of 120 leads closing at 30%, so about 1 in 3 leads close to give them the 36 jobs that they need. So this is going to be your close rate. You may be closing people a little bit better than this. You may be closing people a little worse than this. So you want to make these numbers accurate to what you're realistically doing. Then if you know your cost per lead in your ads, if you're already running them, put that here right now. We on average between tint, coatings, and PPF see about $20 to $30 cost per lead. Tint's going to be a lot more affordable, closer to $10. PPF is going to be more expensive, sometimes $50 plus. So on average, 20 to 30 is pretty reasonable. Let's work backwards through this one here, and let's say we get $25 leads over here. Let's say we close people. We're closing about 25%, which is, again, good. We're getting about 50 leads organically right now. Our goal is 100K a month. And our average order value is about the same. It's about $1,500. Tint is going to be a little bit less. PPF is going to be a little bit more. On average, our customers are about $1,500. So I'm going to need 67 customers at $1,500 in order to hit 100K a month. I've already got my 50 leads organically. I'm going to need 268 total. So I'm going to need an additional 218 from paid ads. And at $25 a pop, that's going to cost me $5,400. So every customer that I acquire is going to cost me about $81. If I'm making $1,500 off them, that's not a bad return. But again, if I want a realistic expectation, if I'm a shop owner already generating about 50 leads on my own before I contact an agency and I want to get to 100K, I'm going to need an additional 218 leads most likely via call, via form submission, if I'm closing at 25% to get to the total jobs that I need for 100K. So again, this is probably what you can expect to pay for this target with all these numbers being the same. So play around with this, mess around with this. You may realize that you're like, wow, I need to really drive up how much each customer spends with me, because if it's only $900 and I'm on the lower end here, if I still want to hit that same number and nothing else changes, I'm going to need to spend close to 10K a month in ads. So again, play around with this, understand what works and what doesn't for your business. But here are some mile markers and what we commonly see, as well as some edges you can play at these different mile markers if you're going for 50K, some accelerators that are possible for you, and some constraints we often see. Again, guys, based on over 10 years of data, helping shops do this and cross these mile markers and go on to the next one. So we have these laid out 200K and beyond, so you can really start to understand what is required and what pieces need to be in place in order to hit the services that we recommend once you cross those thresholds, and what is going to help you get closer to those goals. Again, guys, if you have any questions, you want to dive deeper into this, don't hesitate to schedule a call. But I hope that this helps get you closer to understanding what is required for you to hit your monthly goal.